Here's the part nobody says out loud. Investopedia straight up admits most residual income methods require upfront money, sweat equity, or both. So, if your setup still needs you clocking in every morning just to keep the lights on, that's not residual. That's a second job wearing a costume. I went down a rabbit hole on this so you don't have to. Hours reading through Reddit threads, financial blogs, articles from Bankrate, Public.com, Navy, Federal, all of it. And what I kept finding over and over is that most people who think they're building residual income are actually building a more complicated version of the thing they were trying to escape. Let me walk you through what I found. Stick around, because the third thing I'm going to break down is the one that keeps almost everyone stuck. And nobody talks about the math behind it. Here's a simple test. I call it a wake to earn test. Ask yourself, if you stopped touching your income setup for one full week, didn't answer a single message, didn't post, didn't hop on a call, didn't check anything, would money still come in? Be honest. Because if the answer is no, or even probably not, then what you built isn't a residual income stream. You built a machine, and you are the engine. You're the thing making it go. And engines burn out. That's not opinion. That's physics. People on Reddit say it all the time. They start a side hustle thinking it will run itself. And 6 months in, they realize it takes far more time than anyone promised before they see a single dollar. Navy Federal put it plainly. They said passive income often requires a long term perspective, which is a polite way of saying this stuff doesn't happen overnight. And if you're the one doing all the work every single day, you're going to run out of gas before you ever feel free. Think about it. You got into this because you wanted your time back. Maybe you wanted to stop missing your kids' baseball games. Maybe you wanted to wake up in the morning and actually choose what to do instead of being told. But if the system needs you awake at 7 a.m., answering prospect questions just to keep revenue trickling in, you haven't changed anything. You just traded one boss for 100 small tasks that follow you everywhere. So what actually replaces you? Here's where it gets interesting. The setups that actually work, the ones where people report waking up to new sales they didn't personally close, they all share a few things. First, automated follow up. Not remembering to send a text, not you copying and pasting the same message 40 times a day. An actual system that reaches back to people on schedule, whether you're at your desk or asleep. Second, a sales process that closes without you on the phone. This is the part that most people miss. They think they need it to personally convince every single prospect. But the people actually building real residual income, they've removed themselves from that step entirely. The selling happens through a process, a page, a video, something that explains the value and answers objections without requiring you to be there live. Third, and this is the one that surprised me, something that handles the endless prospect questions at 2 in the morning. Here's what nobody warns you about. People don't ask you questions on your schedule. They ask when they're lying in bed scrolling their phone at midnight. And if nobody's there to answer, they move on. They forget. You lose that person. But if something is there answering, explaining, handling those conversations while you sleep, that changes the whole equation. You wake up to a new revenue instead of a list of missed messages you're already behind on. Now, here's the part I promised you, and most people don't want to hear it. The reason most people stall out on their path to residual income has nothing to do with effort. It's the math, specifically tiny commissions. If you're earning $3, $5, maybe $10 per sale. Do the math. To cover even $1,500 a month in basic expenses, you need hundreds of customers. Hundreds. And not just once, you need to keep them and replace the ones who leave and find new ones constantly. Bankrate actually says one of the fastest ways to build residual income is to reduce your expenses. And sure, that's true. But it also tells you something. Most income streams don't pay enough to outrun your bills. So you're stuck in this loop, working harder and harder, bringing in more and more people, and the number in your bank account barely moves. The math never lets you step away. You can never take that week off because you'd fall behind. Reddit threads are full of people saying exactly this. They've tried dividend investing but didn't have enough starting capital. They tried digital products but couldn't get the traffic. They tried rental income but the barrier to entry was too high. Every one of them hit the same wall. The per unit payout was too small, no matter, unless they could reach a scale that ate all their time. That's not residual, that's a treadmill. So if the math matters, and it does, then the first question you should ask about any opportunity isn't, is this legit? It's how many customers do I actually need before this thing replaces my income and lets me walk away from the desk? By the way, if that question's been rattling in your head, there's a free breakdown that actually answers it in the HBA turnkey system. It walks you through a system where you keep 80% of every dollar and the selling happens without you on the phone. The link is in the description below.